after all that hardship, when you stood on the top of that alpine dam, what was the thought that you had, or what is the feeling that you had?
On the dam?
Yeah.
Oh, pure exhaustion and sort of elation and a wonderful sense of sort of achievement that I hadn't, that I had sort of overcome all of the emotional and physical challenges that were occurring throughout that experience, and it was, I sort of continue to reflect upon it as time has gone on, because there were moments of pure fear, there were moments of absolute quit, there was nothing left, and then out of nowhere, out of somewhere, something sort of propelled me forward, and I kept climbing and try to sort of reconcile all of those different inner voices of motivation, and some of them are, can be a little heavy-handed and kind of, it's much more abusive and get up that dam, keep going, don't quit, and then there's others that are a softer, gentler, nurturing sort of encouragement, and I think there's a necessary application of both, and that's sort of the adaptive quality to the brain or the psyche or what have you, that different tools in different moments of life, and so that afterward, that really sat with me. It wasn't like I had one why or one motivation or one single sort of thought that pushed me through. I had to pull from a whole lot of different things, and all of us do. We have a toolbox that we're sort of gathering necessary tools to navigate our way through any sort of challenges. But exhaustion, I'd say, was the first thing, because it was an hour of climbing up a wall.
What has been your toughest challenge so far?
I would say, it's a very tricky one to answer, because that was probably the most challenging physically, was the climbing of the dam wall. It's 600 feet, I think, 200 meters. Drumming in front of 70,000 people with Ed Sheeran, not being a musician myself, especially not a drummer, and then having sort of 6-8 weeks to learn a song and get up there and play, was terrifying. And the amount of kind of hours that were, required to put in was one thing, but my mind, myself, trying to grapple with the endless vivid ways that this could fail. I thought, if I'm out of time, the guitar, the keyboard, the bass, Ed Sheeran singing, all of it falls out of sync. The drums are the kind of, the key that keeps everyone else in balance, in check. And I thought, what about 70,000 people have paid their hard-earned dollars to come and see Ed Sheeran, their favourite musician, and then I walk in this experiment and I'm going to wreck it for everyone. And so there were plenty of fearful conversations around it, but I must say that when it kicked and the song launched and I was in the space, it was a very kind of spiritual out-of-body experience almost. There was I was no longer sort of thinking, counting in time and so on like I had been doing. It was all of the sort of your instincts begin to take over, and you were just in this perfect state of flow with everybody, and there was a real unity with 70,000 people singing along and wanting the same thing, and this expression of deeply personal experiences from all of the audiences in their own different ways. And so there was something, it was like universal prayer, I guess, and I have never felt anything like it. It was profound.
Thank you, Alaka.
Chatting with you. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, you too.